and welcome back to my channel. This is Alex of Coyote Star Astrology, and this is my video for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus coming in on November 19th, 2021, which is a Friday here in California. However, you'll want to adjust for your current location on the planet as that time and date may change for you. And this lunar eclipse in Taurus comes at the tail end of a wild ride of a Scorpio season. We have been going through a time, and if you've been watching my videos, in the last couple of videos, we outlined why this Scorpio season is particularly intense. But just for review, this Scorpio season, we had hard squares from Saturn. And whenever we have something squared by Saturn, Saturn is asking us to slow down and look at challenging situations and circumstances in our life. He tends to come with a bit of a density and a need for maturity. He's asking for us to face things with wisdom and face them like grown up and not bypass them or try to skirt around them. So that's been somewhat confronting. And we've also had oppositions from Uranus, and Uranus wants to give us new perspective, and Uranus often does so through objectivity or allowing us to see something from another angle, gives us that perspective. But sometimes it can be sort of unexpected. So there's been this flux of emotion in the very watery depths of Scorpio where there's been a lot coming up. Some of this might feel like from the distant past or something that we don't normally look at. Scorpio is where we dive into the shadows and bring them to the surface for review so that we can go through the necessary processes that we have to evolve as a soul and as a collective. So there's sort of been no escaping this one unless this has been making particularly beautiful aspects to your chart. But even if it has, there's no denying that the collective has been going through a time, sort of this feeling that everyone's been walking around sort of fighting their own individual battle very within themselves. Lots of people walking around processing, talking about their processes, needing others to hold space or holding space for others while they go through their thing. And wow, it's been quite the ceremony of a Scorpio season. And now here we are at the tail end of it for this full moon lunar eclipse. You can see that the sun is at 27 degrees. And this full moon, we are looking at the Scorpio-Taurus axis, which is essentially the polarity between change and destruction and stability and building something as we move forward. Taurus, Scorpio. Taurus building, Scorpio destroying. And the reason that I'm focusing on destruction or sabotage with Scorpio is because it's at the South Node. And whenever something is at the South Node, this is something that needs to evolve, right? Because we're always moving to the north towards that North Node energy. So whatever it is that's been coming up, we're really sort of ready to heal it and move on. That's the feeling here. It's almost like a feeling of wanting to bring all of this shadow to justice or integration or resolution so that we can enjoy the Taurus grounded, stable, reliable, sturdy energies of Taurus that Taurus is so known for. So there's a lot of opportunity here really to alchemize the last several weeks. And of course, full moons tend to bring in clarity and illumination. So my hope, even though it is an eclipse, which can bring in that wild card energy, which can shake things up, my hope is that we can be reaching for that Taurus North Node. The moon is in Taurus. The moon tends to represent our feelings, our emotions, and also the people. The sun tends to represent people in authority, in governments or whatever. The moon is the people. So the people are wanting to move forward into a future that looks more stable, more altruistic in comparison to the darkness of the past, the secrets of the past, the unsavory motivations of the past. So for some of us that have had to look at the shadow aspects of Scorpio over the last several weeks, whether that be through our own shadow work, Scorpio tends to bring up self-sabotage or sabotage in general. So looking at where things have been falling apart or not feeling healthy, not feeling in the highest, and now feeling ready to cast new intentions that are more reflective of good, healthy, stable choices. We, of course, want to look at the ruler of this chart. The ruler of this chart is Venus. And Venus kind of tells a similar story. She's actually beginning her pre-shadow period as she prepares to go retrograde in Capricorn coming up here. We're not going to talk too much about that transit. I know lots of people are really interested. We will be talking lots about it in future videos. But for now, what we want to recognize is that she's in the first couple of degrees of pre-shadow. So she's just starting the journey of entering her revision or her refinement period in Capricorn. And this reflects similar themes as that North Node moon in Taurus of wanting to step forward carefully, practically, and in a sober and good state of mind as we look at the things governed by Venus. So finances, relationships, the health of our relationships, and career, all the things that bring us a sense of peace, a sense of safety, and a sense of achievement. So to me, it feels like this full moon is like almost like this final aha moment of I've done my shadow work, maybe still in it, but I've done it. I see now the ways that I can make changes that will bring a sense of sanctuary and serenity in my life. And I'm feeling more clear about that. And we can look forward to this Venus retrograde by utilizing it as a journey to implement those changes over time. Capricorn is about small, sturdy, practical steps forward. It's not like these changes can be made overnight for some of these deeper issues. When we're looking at Scorpio, we're not looking at simple fixes. We're looking at deep, deep shadows and things that need to be healed over an extended period of time. And who better to do that than the archetype of Capricorn, which rules the archetypal masculine, the heavenly father, but then blending those energies with Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, harmony, and understanding. So we have these beautiful archetypes that are sort of stepping up to almost parent us and to walk us through the process over the next several weeks. And this full moon lunar eclipse is hopefully going to bring in the closure and the intelligence that we need to step forward on that journey in the best possible way. All right, everyone. Well, I'm wishing you a beautiful full moon lunar eclipse. I will say that this is an eclipse squared by Jupiter, so I'm not going to lie. I know that I've used the words integration and closure, but it might be a bit of an earth shaker, particularly as we look at the news and things that are happening on the stage of the world. We may see something massive come to light. It really wouldn't surprise me. But whatever it is, it needs to, because the Mercury and the Sun make it quite clear there at the South Node that there are things in the past that need to be transmuted and brought up into this North Node for growth. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you would like to schedule a reading, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm going to put my website up there on the screen, coyotestarastrology.com. I'm also linking you to my Instagram, which is Earth2Coyote. All right, everyone, have a beautiful eclipse, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.